Good evening, I'm Noel Local. We begin in Rome today, where at his weekly general audience, the Pope addressed the pilgrims gathered at St. Peter's Square and resumed his catechesis on the Mass. The Mass, the Pope said, is a prayer par excellence. It is the highest and most sublime, while at the same time the most concrete encounter with the Lord. Here now is a summary from CNS.
Quando noi andiamo a messa, forse arriviamo 5 minuti prima e incominciamo a chiacchierare con questo che è accanto di me. Ma non è il momento di chiacchierare, è il momento del silenzio, per prepararci al dialogo. Momento di raccogliersi nel cuore per prepararsi all'incontro di Gesù. Ma il silenzio è tanto importante. Ricordatevi quello che ho detto la settimana scorsa. Non andiamo a uno spettacolo. Andiamo all'incontro col Signore. E il silenzio ci prepara e ci accompagna.
In other news coming from Rome, the Vatican has announced initiatives for the first World Day of the Poor. This coming Sunday marks the first World Day of the Poor, where a number of special events will take place in Rome throughout next week to highlight this annual initiative. On the Sunday morning at St. Peter's Basilica, the Pope will celebrate Mass with over 4,000 poor and homeless people, accompanied by organizing volunteers from all over Europe. Following that, 1,500 of the visitors will be invited to a festive lunch at the Paul VI Hall, while the other 2,500 guests will have lunch at some of the Catholic colleges, seminaries, and charitable organizations within the vicinity of the Vatican. Throughout the week, a number of activities will be planned, including a mobile clinic that has been set up in front of St. Peter's Square, offering free specialized medical services for the poor. And we are now just under 2 weeks away from the Pope's apostolic trip to Myanmar and Bangladesh. And with some of the serious questions raised about the Myanmar government's treatment of the Rohingya people, we had a chance to talk to the ambassador of Bangladesh to Italy about the current situation of the thousands of Rohingya refugees that have fled to his country.
Holy Father Pope Francisco is very kind to the serious condition of any human rights. He has a real feeling for the distressed Rohingya people. It's one of the big human crises so far the world has experienced. More than 1 million Rohingya people were forcibly, and Bangladesh is welcoming them and helping them to have their food and other things also. But Bangladesh is not a big country. Bangladesh is a small country having big population. This big population of Rohingya people is creating another problem to Bangladesh. And in this regard, I believe Pope will definitely give his statement so that this problem can be solved within a very short time. And world community has coming forward to find a quick solution of this Rohingya crisis. You know, the Rohingya people who have now settled in Bangladesh, mostly women, children, and elderly people. It means that the younger people, men people, are killed or somehow displaced any other places. So this is a big crisis. This is a humanitarian crisis, and Pope will definitely give his opinion during his visit both to Myanmar and Bangladesh for bringing permanent peace in this region.
And we will be broadcasting some of the events of this visit, and I'll bring you more details closer to the date. And that is all that we have time for today. I'm Noel Local. Join us again tomorrow when I bring you more news and stories from the perspectives of a Catholic lens. Thanks for joining us.